Oh, right, I was gonna make a mining tool. Okay, let's make that mining tool our next priority. It'd be nice if I could make that hover bike or something, but yeah. 76 nukes sound like grief or gold. Foresee a lot of problems. I do too. I really wish they had just made it so that you could have private servers from the very beginning. Or at least like host your own for your friends. Because yeah, if I could actually run like a sub-server for Fallout 76, you know, just a bunch of people that I know, or at least, you know, reasonably have the expectation will behave, I think that would actually work out pretty well. Let's see, chemicals. Interesting. I guess I gotta start looting those spiders more often. They seem to be dropping some actually useful bits. I really like the skybox in this game. Yeah, why can't you have private servers? Oh, you'll be able to have private servers eventually. It's just, eventually. So, I think it was going to be like a month or two in they would actually have private servers available for everybody. Which, like, honestly, that's kind of fine. But it could be so much better with very, very little effort. Like, why not? Why not have private servers? Why not just let your players kind of make a private lobby and only play with their friends? Why force everybody to be in this, like, big open lobby where inevitably you're going to run into cheater, hacker, griefer problems and actually have to balance your game around it? It's like, no, just make your game the Wild West. Make your game awful and inhospitable to everybody that is willing to put up with that. And then make it so that if they're not willing to put up with it, they can just go elsewhere and, you know, not have to just go play a completely different game. Because that's usually what I see with games, you know, that kind of do the survival sandbox thing. That's why I'm not playing that's why I'm not playing on a public server, because I don't want to deal with other people. Because I bet if I was playing on this with a public server, one, lag problems would be a huge issue. No survival sandbox game is prepared for those. And then, like, the servers just aren't prepared, so you just end up with, like, massive amounts of lag. I was talking about Grav the last time we played this, and I was just like, yeah, that was a game that might have actually had, you know, might have actually been, like, decent and fun, but it was so laggy it was unplayable, and so by the time I finally got around to coming back to it, it just, I couldn't even hope to play again. But do you get anything from the objectives when you complete them? Sort of. So if I start completing those objectives, pirates will start showing up to attack. So I don't really want to do that. For I think what should be kind of obvious reasons. I'd prefer to I would prefer to hold off on the tutorial until I'm done. Because if you don't complete the tutorial, pirates just leave you alone. It's like you don't exist, and it's great. I'm just going to be Mr. Hideaway for a little while at least. I was really hoping they'd actually increase the amount of resources you got from these nodes, because that first silica pile was 200, but no, this is still 30. Let's see. Oh, Pyro, your shirt showed up already. I'm a bit jealous. My shirt won't be here until next week. I have no idea why either. Oh well. I mean, I'm not that heartbroken about it. I was wearing one of my spare Wanderbot shirts today already. Yeah, the test shirts, the defective ones. Because I wanted to have at least one of the nice looking shirts. I know the contrast is a little high on them. Problem is, like, they didn't let me have multiple designs per shirt color. I'd have to have, like, different listings each time, and it's like, ah. The cream is a little bright on black. But that's not that big of a deal. Anywho, Let's get back down here. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Amazon merch definitely has had like the best printing setup. And so I'm kind of glad it's working out. Oh, he's charging himself. You know, putting the charger in that corner actually was a good idea. Because it more or less means my drones can charge themselves off the corners. Actually, you. Harvesting. Harvesting. I want this guy to only get me iron. That's his only goal. And he's gone. But yeah, if he comes back with just boatloads of iron, that should make my life easier. Okay, let's see. So we gotta potentially... Yeah, let's see. Can I make the materials processor? Cool. Actually, before I even do that, we want to go equipment workbench... Not the multi-tool. What? It's not the space. There it is, hand drill. Yeah, let's quickly make a hand drill. I know I'm going to be replacing it very quickly with a higher tier one, but I don't think I'm going to have enough to make steel right now. Oh, my inventory is full. Well, let's see what I can store for a second. Okay, can I have it back? Perfect. Because, yeah, I want this mining tool. Because we're wasting a lot of time on dumb stuff. Okay, next up, can make plastic, chemicals, glass, steel. Requires iron and carbon. How much iron am I even sitting at? You know, I could... No, I'm only going to be able to make a little bit, unfortunately. Let's cancel this. I'm just gonna make the robotics factory, put it in this corner. I can make one more robot before we run out of resources. I figure this is a good opportunity. Whoops. Storage container. Make one more robot and have it be our crafting bot. Because otherwise we're just going to be squandering a lot of time. While we're doing that, I'm going to turn off the machine shop and the equipment workbench. Right, I actually have to be looking at this for it to craft. But yeah, so hopefully this autonomous drone will just handle all the crafting in base. Hopefully it won't, like, wander off or get killed. Part of the reason why I wasn't, like, truly heartbroken, about, one of the reasons why I wasn't, like, truly heartbroken about losing my save is, I lost all my drones. I more or less came back and they were all gone, and I was very confused about this. Storage container has more stuff. Oh, cool. Put an axe in it. I think we've still got 2 more storage containers, so that's a good sign. Hi, robot. In my face. Let's see. So, materials processor, repeat. Do I have to start it first? I think I actually have to start the process. Well. How do I split a stack? There we go. Okay. So that's how I split a stack, and I think we had a ton of carbon sitting in one of... Yeah, we got tons. Okay, hopefully CrafterBot will... Info... No, that's the wrong one. Hopefully this guy will get the message pretty quick. Cool. How's this guy doing? Hasn't taken any damage. I'll make it so we'll pick up silica as well. Because, yeah, we're going to need the both of those. as we go along. Okay. Yeah, if I thought about making a shirt with the same design but shell colors. You mean like purple Wanderbot helmet? Because I think I'm actually going to make another t-shirt design at some point. That is effectively a shellbot shirt. And also probably like a bird shirt and like kind of a shirt for my entire group. I'm fairly certain Bird would not give a dang if I made a bird catcher shirt. He's never gonna do it himself. No, I'm fairly certain I just sell his shirt and then use the proceeds to buy him things, and I don't think he complained about it too much. I was thinking of like a really stupid design, like the Vitruvian Man, but it's like over accentuated and bird. Keith's easy. I've already got the design, I just actually have to make it designy. It's true. Oh yeah, that would be perfect to make Bird look like a JoJo character. I think he would go with that real quick. Hi Bird, I made you anime. Here you go, here's your shirt. By the way, all proceeds belong to me. Nah, I think that would be fine. Okay, so we're pretty much just going to do the really boring thing for a bit and just get an insane amount of iron if possible. I know I sent out one of my robots to do the exact same thing. But, okay, so this thing's garbage for this. Eventually I'll get a proper harvester for going for silica, but we don't run into silica very often. And we're, like, directly next to a giant deposit of it. Sure, eventually I'll need more. Surprisingly, the mining tool is actually, like, a really good gun. So I can just kind of use it to off the spiders as we go by. See, do guns require ammo or energy, and how do you use them? So, actual weapons require ammo. It'd be neat if there's a couple of, like, laser weapons you could get, but I haven't seen any yet. We might run into one or two. But stuff like the hand drill requires energy. If you notice in the bottom left corner, there's a little energy kilowatt hour thing. So what that is that's a meter that more or less tells me how much time I have that I can be out. And doing everything ticks that down. Just by a little bit. You know, running, jumping, sprinting. Oh, this is going to hurt real bad. I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. Holy crap. Yeah, for whatever reason, sliding is really deadly in this game. Do you wonder, would you ever go back to Everspace since it's had its full release? I might. Unfortunately, I don't actually have the I haven't had the expansion, so it's kind of... It would be expensive to go back to Everspace. Because they only sent me the base game, they never sent me the expansion. Let's see, do you die if it runs out? I've actually never run out of power in this game, so I can't tell you if you die or not. Yeah, that's depleted. Okay. So yeah, let's just keep running for iron and copper as we go by. I mean, it's pretty quick now that I have the mining tool. We're not sitting here forever. And I can just kind of ignore the spiders. Because there are... Well, no, I guess I probably shouldn't ignore them. They do drop smidgens of resource. Nah, it's not really worth it. I don't know which base was actually in a better spot. I almost liked my old base better. It was definitely prettier. I'll probably move at some point, too. Probably once I have infinite resources, or have figured out how to cheat. If I can throw myself on creative mode to just rebuild my base wherever I feel like it, I probably will. They released an expansion before their full release was done? No, they, like, put it into 1.0 and then almost immediately put out an expansion for Everspace. I'm not gonna fault them for it. Honestly, the only problem Everspace ever had was bad marketing. They were really stupid and just decided to, like, hire a PR company to handle everything for them without, like, thinking. And so they effectively dumped, like, thousands of dollars on hiring Fortnite YouTubers to cover Everspace. And that was a dumb idea. And so I think they had, like, paid $10,000 for some, like, high-end streamer to effectively just shit all over their game. And on one hand, they're, like, kind of mad at the streamer, and, like, they shouldn't be, because the streamer, I mean, just was paid to play a game he didn't want to play. Which, like, realistically, streamer probably should have just said no. But, I don't know, that was just kind of a dumb situation, and so, like, that whole debacle kind of just made me, kind of step away from Everspace as a whole, because I just didn't want to... I don't know. I don't want to be, like, attached to games that are too controversial, unless it's, like, something I either care about, or I just, like, don't care about. I don't know. Hard to say, but, like, I kind of will, like, willingly play No Man's Sky, because the controversy is mostly just, like, this game's shit, as opposed to, like, the developers are bad people. Maybe? I don't know. Ow. Spider? Or earthquake? I think it's earthquake. Yeah, that's an earthquake. This is funny, it doesn't do damage, it just makes me twitch. It's raining where you are. I am really jealous. We have had, like, a couple of inches of rain over the course of the past, like, month, tops. It's, like, barely any rain. When we first moved here, it was thunderstorming nightly. It was awesome. I loved it. And now it barely ever thunderstorms, and I'm just like, no, bring that back. It was great. I could pretty much just, like, take off my headphones and just listen to the thunder and the rain just pouring against the outside, and I'm like, yeah. You know, this feels really good. Now I just listen to Rainy Mood every night, and it just feels kind of disappointing. I mean, I like Rainy Mood, but... I don't know. I like the rain. Part of the reason why I'm like, maybe I should move to, up to, like, the Pacific Northwest. Because then I could just listen to the rain, my entire life. I don't know, people get, like, really, really grumpy about how much it rains up there, but I'm like, compared to, it's 106 outside right now, and it's been, you know, mid to high 90s for the past month, and I'm like, I can't go outside without hating myself. I would love for it to just be raining constantly and not like not a bad temperature. So we're gonna try and beeline for the hover bike. If I can actually get a vehicle here, it'll probably make my mining trips much more palatable. We'll say if you had to live with a month straight of rain, you wouldn't like it anymore. I think I would still live with... I would much prefer a month straight of rain over a month straight of 90-degree temperatures. Because, like, rain, you can still kind of go outside. You can open your windows and listen to it. And, you know, you can just kind of carry an umbrella with you at all times. With heat, you pretty much just have to hide indoors and hope it goes away as soon as possible. Because I just... Like, we walked to Whole Foods today, and I was just like, I don't want to be out here. I don't want to be doing this, but we needed to because we were running out of meat. And we were running out of milk, and we were running out of everything. And, like, I would have waited for another day, but guess how warm it's going to be tomorrow? How warm it was yesterday? How warm it was the day after? I live in a giant oven. And it's maddening. At least a little. Okay, so we're gonna want to get some power here. Oh god, this is gonna kill me. No, still didn't kill me. Holy crap, though, it's... Oh, wait, no, I must have clicked in my... I must have clicked in my mouse sensitivity thing. So I probably want to go find a power stone pretty quick. I'm just trying to grab as much iron as I possibly can. My body actually does need sunlight. You'll get depressed. Yep, I'm kind of aware of that. I was very nocturnal during college. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Heat stresses me out, and I'd rather be mildly depressed than stressed. Because I can handle depression by doing fun, nice, relaxing things. Stress, on the other hand, makes me an unlikable person. Glad you didn't move to Texas, Wander, you would have hated it. Yeah, probably. I mean, at the time it seemed like a decent idea, and honestly, like, I still think it would have been actually kind of cool. But no, moving to Texas would have been a bad idea for a great many reasons. At least for me. Maybe the AC would have been better there, though. The AC here is, like, definitively not built for how warm it's been, and is, like, has been struggling this entire time. Okay, so we have some power rocks up ahead, so I should probably beeline for those before I go anywhere. Best summer ever was when you studied in London. It was delightful. Yeah, I can imagine it being really nice. We got to, we had the good fortune of studying abroad in Croatia for 3 months in the spring. And it was heavenly there. Like, I think it got up to about 80 degrees once or twice. It was kind of hard to tell because everything was in Celsius and I'm not good at conversions. But, you know, I think it was kind of in the very high 20s, but never really getting into the 30s at the time. And so we pretty much could just, like, go out on a long walk for the entire day. And the only thing we had to worry about was a sunburn, which is great. The only, like, wow, that died fast. This mining tool is stupidly good. The only real problem is, like, we hit super monsoon season. Effectively, multiple years worth of rain had just been kind of saved up for that year. And so, like, pretty much middle of the trip, it just more or less rained for, like, I want to say it was like 2 weeks straight. It was bad. But it was nice. The main reason why I say it was bad, after, like, you know, talking glowingly about rain, is this was, like, so torrential that the streets were flooding, and, like, the water table rose to the point where the local dump got flooded, which is really bad. You don't want to drink from, well, effectively, the entire area got all of its water from the local reservoir or whatever. But when the water table rose past a certain point, contaminated the whole reservoir, and you get effectively really bad, well, I guess Montezuma's revenge, effectively. They didn't tell any of us. They should have. Our study abroad people just bought water and then were like, oh yeah, we should have mentioned that to you. As, like, half the people on the trip were hospitalized for extreme dehydration because they were, because, you know, they were throwing up constantly. Or shitting themselves nonstop. I was, like, one of the only healthy people. Entirely because I drink nothing but milk. Yeah, Shell managed to kind of sort of avoid it. I think we were on vacation, so most of the people were sick by the time we got back. Because Shell and I went up to, was it Budapest? I think it was either the Budapest trip or it was a different trip or something. But effectively, yeah, we were gone. We came back and then everybody else is dying. And effectively everybody was just having, like, a really, really bad time. And then I think we just went out for food somewhere, and Shell just got food poisoning. It was bedridden for pretty much the entire week, too. But yeah, I was fine, because I just drank milk. I love milk. Milk is the best drink. Shell doesn't like milk that much.
Okay,
as she drinks her sweetened raspberry tea.
Water.
Oh, well. As I drink my mint tea... I don't know. I love milk, but it's not exactly the best when you've been out in 100-degree temperatures. A little thick. Sometimes. Why are people texting me? Who's texting me? Oh. My mother is saying that she's glad her AC is fixed. I should probably tell her it's not.
I mean...
Yeah, our AC works. It's been running pretty much 24/7 since this heat wave hit us. Problem is, it's bad AC, so it's just like,
Well, it blew out.
Yeah, it blew out, and then they replaced it, but it's still like 80 in here. I think I'm gonna send another work order and be like, so, I know you fixed our AC and it's keeping our apartment kind of cool.
On an upper...
Yeah, but, like, it was not this hot the past couple of years. Like, even when it got into the 90s. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear Shell arguing with me on this one. Shell, you should probably not, just because no one can hear you. Like, unfortunately our mic setup is very much like a, you have to be in front of the mic, otherwise you're kind of like, me. Don't worry, Shell, you'll get your time to speak in, like, a couple hours. Tonight is going to be Darksiders night. So I've been looking, have I looked into getting a room-to-room unit? I have, but at the same time, like, AC is guaranteed as part of my lease, and they said as part of the lease we're supposed to keep this apartment at 75 degrees or lower. So, honestly, I think I've just been giving them the benefit of the doubt, and our AC is still shitty for some reason. So, I think they just don't know that it's so bad here, and I bet if I complain, we might actually get an upgrade. Because I've been into the, the other buildings at this complex, and they are much, much colder than the one I'm at. So it's like, yeah. I'll stop. They can't hear you. No. Because, yeah, when we moved in, they had specifically said, like, now, we know people like to have different temperatures, but try and keep it below X. And, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the lease requires they provide AC, that's nice. Well, it can be a health issue around here. Pretty much many places that routinely get up into the 90s are required kind of by law to have some amount of air conditioning. I know in Texas, I believe... Was it Texas? It was like something specifically. But I remember reading like a legal advice thread, and it's just like, yeah, no, if your apartment's like warmer than X temperature in like your jurisdiction, it's straight up like considered legally inhospitable, and you can just GTFO. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of neat. I mean, obviously, I don't want to have to just, like, GTFO from an apartment because it's too warm, but... I mean, if you gotta do what you gotta do. How many things want to kill me right now? Leave me alone! Oh, I'm going to die. I really don't like the combat in this game, to some degree. Because these crabs just spawn directly on top of you. And they're faster than you? I don't know. Hey, thank you, Skull Grizzly, for the sub. But yeah, probably Texas. I could imagine it's probably Texas. I don't know. Well, at least we're not too far from my corpse, but... It's a sign to get a gun. Yeah. It's just awkward. I'm absolutely going to get a gun. It's just, I don't know. I like this game in spite of itself. And there's some pretty heavy spite there. So where's my body? I died somewhere around here. There it is. Yum. Seriously? Oh, come on, leave me alone. I just spawned in. Okay, so why is this full? Probably just like the random piece of uranium. I can get more of that. Let's just drop that. What is even going on right now? It's just the green fog. But yeah, I think I'll get a shotgun this time. Last time I had a rifle and it wasn't very good. Did you... Oh, this guy probably finished with all of the iron. Let's see. So let's put some more iron in there. Put a little bit of that. We should have a decent amount. Oh, good. And spiders are in my house. I need some guns. Okay, good. So they're working on that. This probably can just be off. Probably also build a battery. Can I build a... No, get out of here. No, I don't want to skip the tutorial. I just don't want to deal with him. Okay, let's see. So, battery bank requires sulfur. Oh. Do we have any of that? Yes. Cool. Might as well make one battery bank. Just kind of put it right there. So we're not just basing all of our power directly off of what the generators are producing. Luckily, these things are pretty slow. My miner bot died. Did it? Okay, let's see on my map. Right, I should turn that off. Unfortunately, I have no idea where my miner bot went. Because I think this is my corpse. That is a worthless map. Yeah. So this is just where I died. I truly have no idea where... Because that's my craft bot. Yeah, I don't know where it possibly could have died. I'll find it at some point, but... Okay, whatever. How much steel do we have? We've got to... Supposedly, we probably have more on one of these. I got 22 steel. That's much better. Okay, so what do we start upgrading? Equipment workbench? Yeah, let's start with the workbenches that I care about. Which one of the... One of these had the vehicle that I could build, but I don't know which one it was. Let's check equipment. It might have also been robotics. Hey, my mining drone got killed a long time ago. Okay, it's robotics. Cool. Oh, might as well start upgrading that. Why is this thing sparking? Oh. Foundation got injured for a second. Okay. What about the bot that just went by? That's my craft bot. It should just be hanging out in the house. Ideally forever. Why is... It's probably one of Shell's hairs. Why is this thing... Why is this still sparking? Okay, so question is... What do I need for a hover bike? Missing materials. Thanks. Now that's a robo-doggy. I want a hover bike. We need a supreme AI core, hardened steel, hardened glass, robotic assembly, and unobtainium. Well, piss. Yeah, that looks like it might be a little bit out of our reach. Substantially more so. Can you get out of here? Because they have a free delivery of steel and some other resources. Okay. How do we do this? Yeah, can you make a bicycle? Unfortunately, it looks like making making the hover bike is going to be a little bit tougher than I wanted it to be. What the... Do I have... I have hand drill, hand drill. Oh, I only have one hand drill. It's just been... It's on the bar twice. For reasons. Okay. So effectively, we just want to keep going for iron. Until we find diamond, but like, I don't even know where we're supposed to start looking for diamond. Because I haven't found any caves. I guess we could actually try going to some of those points of interest. Yeah, maybe let's do that. I'll make myself a soldier set, shotgun, a couple of cartridges, and we'll actually go see if we can find something interesting instead of, you know, wandering around aimlessly. Yeah, so these things just stay here until I actually loot them. So I should probably get rid of that. Let's see, so when is Darksiders going to be? Probably about 2 hours from now, maybe? Maybe a little bit more. Multiplayer is not, in fact, happening after all. Bird is, well, a busy bird. Shut up about your stupid tutorial. I don't care. It's later. We'll do it later. Yeah, volcanoes if Earth logic. Maybe? Unfortunately, like, it's kind of one of those where I'm just gonna have to wander aimlessly, effectively looking for diamonds. I think I had a bunch of diamonds. Did I not? I think I had a number of diamonds previously. But how and where I got them, it might have just been the pirates. Like the pirates could have been the diamond delivery system. Eek. I was kind of twitching out there. Okay, let's just grab the iron in this circuit. There looks to be some kind of weird... Oh, no, this might be titanium. Or magnetite. Okay. Yeah, let's grab this first. Oh, diamonds! So the magnetite here has diamonds. Can I mark this? I really wish I could actually mark some of these things. Yeah, this map is seemingly meaningless. But at least that solves some of my problems. What are you? Oh, diamond. Huh. Alright. I guess the answer is just wander around and we'll find exactly what we need almost immediately. Thank you, based Providence. I'm still carrying robo parts on me. What is this? Weaver Hive. So I should probably get some guns maybe? I don't know. Okay, we know where that is. Let's go get our equipment before I piss that thing off. Because I can get some better equipment pretty quick. Huh. My dad actually called me. That's a new one. My dad never calls. Okay, good. That's not a crack on my screen. Anyway. I just like looked down at my phone and there was just this like massive like streak along it. I'm like, oh, please don't be a crack. But no, I think it's just... Actually, I don't know what that is. Might be a... Is it a scratch? Hard to tell in this light. No, it looks like it just had like a miscellaneous like perfectly crack-looking streak. Just built to worry me. I don't know. I just bought this phone. I mean, I have nothing on Bird. I don't know if you guys heard his complaints the other day, but effectively, Bird lost his phone, bought a new phone, and then almost immediately dunked it in the bay in Seattle or something like that. I think it lasted for like a week, tops. That was not a long-lasting phone. I should remember to loot these so we don't just have an infinite amount of spider corpses all over the place. Okay, let's see. So, first and foremost, you're still working on the steel. What do I need for advanced tier worker stuff? Carbon fiber, plastic. Is it all carbon fiber? What's the difference between soldier and stalker? Armor. 2 stats. It really does seem like stalker. Oh, but we need animal hides. That's a little bit tougher for me to get. Chitin's possible. Okay, so we'll just do basic soldier stuff. So I just need to grab my silica. There's a ton.